Hello and thanks for tuning in. In this section we're going to cover the UITableView. The UITableView is one of the most popular components used in iOS apps. We will first explore the UITableView and then see how to work with the UITableView data source. We will next cover implementing sections in a UITableView and then finally customizing the UITableView with the UITableView delegate. In this video we are going to discuss the UITableView. We will explore the UITableView and what makes up the UITableView, and then we will take a look at the UITableView cell. Let's go ahead and create a new storyboard so that we can take a look at the UITableView. In our UI folder, we will hit Command N to create a new storyboard, and we will call this the entry list. And we will move this up just below main storyboard since this will be our main view. If you look on the right hand side, we have a view controller and we also have a table view controller. I normally prefer to use a view controller and then embed in a table view. So if we then search for a table view, we can see this table view here. The reason I do that is because one, when you're learning table views, it makes a lot more sense in the way that we hook up the data source and the delegate, which we'll see later. And two, if we go to customize this view later, it's easier to customize a view with an embedded table view than to customize a table view controller, because the table view controller, the view itself is the table view, so you cannot resize it to be smaller inside this view. So let's take the table view and scale it up to be the full size of our app. And when we go over auto constraints later in the course, we'll see an easier way to do that. But for now, we have this table view, and we have to tell it how many prototype cells to use. So we have this content here that is dynamic prototype cells. We can also use static cells, which give us however many cells we want, and we can customize each cell individually. But with prototype cells, we select a single prototype cell and then customize the one cell and reuse it based on the data that we pass to it. So we will get rid of these two additional prototype cells. And again, just like any other view, we have a ton of properties that we can change. The one that we're interested in right now is this identifier. We will call this an entry cell, and this allows us to reuse the cell for all of the entries that we create. If we have 10 entries, it will reuse this cell 10 times and display 10 rows within our table view. One thing to note is the view hierarchy. We have our view controller that has a view. This view has our table view, and our table view has a cell. The cell has different properties, including this identifier, and the table view has different properties, such as style that can be grouped, makes it look a little differently. This is like the settings screen in iOS, but we're going to leave it as plain. And we will also want to embed this inside of a navigation controller. So we'll do that now. And then we will also want to set this navigation controller as the initial view controller. Along with the UITableView cell, if we click on it, we can see this style. We can have basic, where it just has a title. We can have right detail, where it has detail on the side. We can have left detail, where it's kind of offset a little bit, and there's actually an image here that you can't see right now. And then we have a subtitle, which has the title and then detail. We're going to leave it at subtitle for now, and we will display the title of our entry and part of the body label for our detail.